This is a WWN Publishing Group recording. Copyright 2018, all rights reserved. Hollywood, a short story by Martha Sweeney from the Cocktails Anthology, read to you by the author. Chapter 4, Phineas Wilder. The plan is set. Tonight, I'll be able to talk with Officer Saige McCullin without any distractions. Is the meeting staged? Yes, but you can't blame me. I've seen her at Charlie's Deli 6 times over the past week since Charlie told me she's in there regularly, but I've been too scared to approach her. The first time she was back at the deli, Charlie tried to call me over when she was ordering, but I ran into the bathroom. The following 3 times I observed her from the sidewalk, 2 of them from across the street. The 5th time I managed to be standing right next to the newsstand, which was only 15 feet away from the door. On my 6th attempt, I didn't realize until Officer McCullin and her partner were asking weird questions to Charlie that Charlie had set me up. Something was said about someone trying to rob him, which could never happen in that place. Once you're in, it'll take you at least 10 minutes to get out the door. Then, Charlie confessed that he wasn't being robbed and wanted them to come to the deli because he wanted Officer McCullin to meet someone. Her partner laughed and I darted past them in a hurry. Tonight, there's no one but me in my apartment, forcing me to have to talk to Saige. I've got the lights low with mostly Christmas lights strung tastefully. Sandra, my assistant, came over earlier to assist with the mood lighting, as she called it. Even with my assistant's keen tech skills, she couldn't find Officer McCullin on social media. Other than knowing that Saige is an officer for NYPD, I've got nothing else to work with on what she's like. I don't know what foods she eats or smells she likes, so I hope that the vanilla-scented candle Sandra said most women like works. As I triple-check that everything is in order for the night, a knock is heard from my door just as expected. "Hello," I greet cheerfully. My disappointment surfaces instantly when I see 2 male cops standing before me. "Are you the owner of this residence?" the taller officer inquires. "Yes," I confirm, "but it's okay. I'm the one who... We've gotten a complaint about noise," the other officer informs me. "Yes, I know," I reply, but they peer over my shoulder and into my apartment. "We were told there was a party and loud music," the taller officer states. "Yes, I know," I huff. "That's what I'm trying to explain." "That the party is suddenly gone?" the shorter officer inquires. "Must have been a boring party," the other officer snickers. "No," I chuckle nervously. "There wasn't a party to begin with." They stare at me blankly as if questioning my sanity. "I'm trying to impress a woman," I explain. Their expressions soften. "Then why?" "It's a ploy," I reveal. "To get her here?" "Who?" the shorter officer inquires. "The woman," I say. "Pretending to have a party is supposed to get a woman, the woman you want to impress, to come to your place," the taller officer questions. "Yes," I affirm. "Are you drunk?" the shorter officer inquires. "No," I chuckle. "God, this all sounds weird, doesn't it?" They both nod as they try to process what they already know and to probably determine if I am, in fact, insane or high. "See," I huff, "I'm the one who called you to begin with." "Why would you call the cops on your own non-existent party?" the taller officer searches. "Is the woman you're trying to impress already here?" the shorter officer inquires. "No," I return nervously. She's not here." "Was she supposed to be here when we got here?" the taller officer inquires. I sigh. "She's supposed to get here when you got here." "So she's running late," the shorter officer guesses. "No," I say. Neither of them comment, probably still confused by the situation. "Look," I begin. "She's one of you, a cop." The corners of their mouths hook up. "Which officer are you trying to have respond to a fake call?" the taller officer inquires. "Reporting a fake incident is illegal and you could..." "Quiet," the taller officer interrupts the shorter one. "It's the holidays, and this man is in love." "Since when do we..." "Shh!" the taller officer hushes. "What precinct is she with?" "I don't know," I return. "Does it matter?" "Yeah, it matters," the shorter officer states. "What's her name?" I stutter. I don't want her to know." "We won't tell," the taller officer claims. "We can make sure she gets dispatched when you call again." "Is it Jenkins?" the shorter officer pries. "No," I reply. "She's pretty but married," the taller officer states. "Maybe Zimmerman?" "No," I confirm. "Oh, what about Roman?" the shorter officer checks. "No," I return. "How many female officers are there?" In the city or just our precinct? The taller officer asks. Never mind, I huff. If she's in our department, we'll be able to figure it out quickly, the shorter officer states. The only way we might know of any officer from a different precinct is if we met her or heard of her. Heard of her, I inspect? Yeah, the shorter officer chuckles. We all share stories of the shit that happens to us over the years, comparing stories from the streets. My mouth opens to comment, or perhaps to question a statement, but I think better of it. We could be here all night if they start sharing stories, and then I'll never get Saige over here. Oh, how about Bachman? The shorter one searches. She's too old for this guy, the taller officer laughs. McCullin, I blurt. Officer Saige McCullin. McCullin, they say at the same time. They pause and look around. The name doesn't ring a bell, the taller officer says, regretfully. Do you know her nickname? Nickname? I repeat. Yeah, the shorter officer chuckles. We've all got them. We know most officers from different precincts by their nicknames rather than their full names. Some can have the same last name too, the taller officer adds, but it's less common with the female officers. I don't know her nickname, I inform. Where have you seen her before? The shorter officer searches. A deli over by Bryant Park, I share. Ah, man, the taller officer sighs. She wouldn't get called for something up here by Central Park. She's with one of the Midtown precincts. Was she in uniform when you saw her? The shorter officer inquires. Yeah, I affirm. Could have been heading toward work, the shorter officer surmises, or heading home. It's tricky to tell. There are 77 precincts in the whole city, the taller officer informs, and over 30,000 patrol officers alone. Fuck, I huff. Why didn't you just talk to her when you saw her at the deli? The shorter officer inquires. Oh, well, I wasn't able to get close enough when I did see her, I mutter. I will next time. Smiles smear across their face. You were scared, the taller officer guesses accurately. No, I lie. You're good looking, the shorter officer states. I stare at him blankly for a long moment. What? He asks, looking at me and then his partner. He ain't bad on the eyes from what I would deduce from what all the female cops say about men. Plus, he's got money. I'm sure she'd give you the time of day if you just talked to her. I'm seriously questioning you being my partner right now, the taller officer says with a blank face. What? The shorter officer quips. That's my cue to go, the taller officer announces. What? The shorter officer repeats, following after his partner. Good luck, the taller officer bids. If we find out who she is, we'll be back. Thanks, I reply. Come on, Weiss, the shorter officer calls. Officer Weiss continues to walk toward the elevator, not bothering to look at his partner after pressing the button. Have a great night, officers, I bid. Thanks, the shorter officer replies. Officer Weiss raises his hand in acknowledgement. Come on, Weiss, the other officer begs as I close the door. This is the end of this chapter. Thank you for listening. I hope you've enjoyed the story so far. To find out about new releases before the general public, be sure to subscribe to my newsletter. You'll find a link below in the description. Also, to be notified when the next chapter is published, make sure you subscribe to my channel.